Guys, there is a storm coming, and it is going to be unlike anything that we have ever seen before. You guys may be hearing people saying about this, but a lot of people think and feel that we are on the brink of civil war, and we are, to a large degree. But that does not mean that it's going to happen tomorrow. You still have time to prepare today. And I'm not here to tell you guys, oh, go panic buy and go out and do all this crazy stuff, though. I'm here to tell you guys that you need to use common sense, which is something that a lot of people lack these days, and actually get out there and train and develop your skill sets and go out there and become everything that you can be in order to survive what's ahead for us. Now, that does not mean that it's going to happen tomorrow. And this may go on for 10 more years, 20 more years. It may not happen while you're still around. So you have to set up your loved ones in the proper way. And for those of you guys that know what I'm talking about survival. I'm talking about having enough stuff put away, prepping. The average American only has 3 days of food on hand. And anymore, it's probably less than that with the rising price of groceries. I mean, I see people all the time. I work in a store, though, guys. I see people all the time that actually will come in there every day to buy groceries and food because they don't keep anything extra on hand. And that way of believing and stuff, though, is just crazy to me. And you can make the argument, well, maybe they don't have a lot of money, but they're coming in there every day and just buying enough stuff to get through, like, say, like that day, like just to fix themselves dinner, or they're grabbing something to go like that. But it's every day that I see this, and it just makes me think of how many people are so unprepared out there. So don't be one of these people that are unprepared. Don't be one of these people that are going to just sit around and wait on somebody to come save you, because nobody is coming to save you, guys. You've got to be your own hero and get that movie nonsense out of your head. There is no, Rambos. There are no lone people out there that are going to survive on their own. You need a group of individuals who are like-minded, such as yourself, and you need them to be on the same page as you, and you need to get out there and you need to start actually doing these things and training together and forming a community, because that's what's going to happen after a collapse. Is a big community is going to form up. And like, whether that be collapse be because our dollar just completely bottoms out and people freak out and they go on an absolute tear and they just go insane, or the Civil War, or World War III, or it's just a conjunction of all these things together. And that would probably be the most likely scenario, is that it's going to be a lot of these things combined together. So you've got to get prepared. You've got to prepare today. It's still not too late, but it will be if you don't start today. Don't wait till tomorrow, because you don't know, and tomorrow is not promised. You need to get yourself and your loved ones set up today, and you're not guaranteed the next, second of your life. So don't have that arrogant mindset, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. You don't have time to put it off until tomorrow. You need to do it today. So with all this being said, there's a lot of crazy things going on. The No Kings protest just happened, and that's just whatever it was and stuff, though. But it seemed like a lot of people got out in big, like, numbers and everything. They were down here, even in our town, and it was just kind of weird about that. Of course, the day that it happened, though, there was a huge like rainstorm actually that came in, so there was that. But at the end of the day, though, guys, use your common sense. Make sure that you are paying attention to what's going on around you. Always fact check everything. Get your own information, but make sure that you are prepared as can be, and make sure that you are trusting and you have faith in God. That's going to be the biggest thing, because as survivalists and preppers, everybody gets in this mindset that you're going to live forever if you do all this stuff, though. None of us live forever, though, guys. And even if you're young and you think that you're untouchable and invincible and you feel great now, wait till you turn 30. Wait till you turn 40. Wait till you just get on there in age, especially if you've had any kind of injuries. You really start feeling it more as you get older. So make sure that you are prepared for that. Make sure that you have any medicines you might need, medicines for your loved ones you might need if they're elderly. And just make sure that you have a plan in place. Make sure that you have multiple plans in place, because like what they say, like in the military, the only guarantee is that your plan's going to go out the window. I mean, your guaranteed plan of success isn't going to work at all. You're going to have to improvise everything. That's what you got to be able to do. And you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. You've got to go out there and just see how you handle stress and things. Like, you got to put yourself, a good way to do this is like if you go and you start doing a bunch of push-ups, you get your heart rate up, and if you're out there on like your practice range or something, try firing off a couple rounds. I guarantee you that under that stress and duress, you have never had to deal with anything like that before, or if you're doing that, trying to train, you're not going to hit anything. You couldn't hit the broadside of a barn doing that with all that stress and duress. And that's the thing that people don't understand, is that, like, there's a reason that like special forces in the military are so good, because they've trained under this stress. They stress them out, they get them going, and they do it so much that it's all just like muscle memory, and they react on their own. They're not having to think about it. That's where you got to get though, guys. You've got to get to where you're just reacting and you're not having to think about it, because if you think about it, that it may be already too late. And this could apply to anything. That's why they say though that during an active shooter situation, like 80% of people just freeze up. They get their brain freeze, and they just can't move. They can't do anything. They're not thinking through, because they can't think. You got to be able to just react and don't panic. But that's the same reason, like in the movies, though. Like, one of the most realistic things in a movie is that when somebody just stands there and they get hit by the car. Well, like a deer in the headlights, that fear, that stress, that's actually what a good amount of people will actually do, though, is they will sit there and they will just get panicky, and they will just sit there and they will just start stressing out, and then they just freeze up. Because that's what most people will do. You will do what you train to do, and if you train to do nothing, then guess what? In a situation of any kind, you will do nothing. Think about it like if you go to work and you're brand new on a job, and you have no idea about what you're doing, you're probably going to screw it up, right? I mean, everybody does this. But as you go there and you do more and more and more, yes, you're probably going to mess up something at work, probably every day. I mean, but like, nobody's perfect and everything, but you're going to go in though, and you became better at it, so you're making less mistakes and you're a lot more efficient at doing it. It's the same way with anything. It's the same way with hunting. It's the same way with fishing. It's the same way with trapping. It's the same way with going to the range. It's the same way with anything that you might be doing in your life, and it pertains to survival or anything else. So at the end of the day though, guys, make sure that you're paying attention, you're getting like your skill set developed, make sure that you're getting out to the range and practicing, because simply owning a firearm is not enough. If you don't know, and a lot of people think that they know how to shoot, and they don't. A lot of people think that just having a gun is enough, and it's not. You got to be able to go out and practice with it. And if you're not somebody that is really familiar with it, get somebody that is experienced and has the knowledge to show you, because safety is the big thing. Because you have to remember this too, you are responsible for every round that leaves that firearm. It doesn't matter if it's a self-defense type situation, because if you hit a bystander, that's on you. So you've got to make sure that you have that visual awareness. You got to make sure that you are trained up properly, and you've got to make sure that you are being safe in those aspects of things. Get out there, learn, and that's how anybody learns though, guys. Get out there, learn from somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. Don't believe everything that you hear from all these other people and everything though. I'm just saying though, learn from people that you know that they know what they're talking about, because there's a lot of know-it-alls out there, and those know-it-alls don't know anything. People who have real life experiences, those are the people to go to. And it does not matter who they are. If they have experiences and they're like willing to show you, shut up and listen to them. That's the thing though. People want to run off at the mouth, but they don't want to take time to open their ears and listen to people that know more than what they do and are trying to show them. It does not matter what it's about. If you don't know, don't sit there and try to act like you do, because you will screw stuff up faster than anything in those types of situations. And it all ties into what I'm trying to make my point here in today's video. Survival situations are a lot like your everyday life. It all ties together, and these were just some examples here inside in this video, and I could go on about this for hours on end. But to keep this video short, and for the sake of all you guys that are still watching, thank you guys for taking some time to watch today's video. Thank you for supporting the channel. We cannot continue to make these videos if it wasn't for your support, though, guys. God bless each and every one of you guys, and we will catch you down the road if the grid stays up. We'll see you guys tomorrow.